be not afraid to contradict women. That says, do not be afraid to disagree with female human individuals. So far as I can tell, all women, more or less, either virtuous or not, they all tend to make lives more difficult. My grandma included, though I hated, to play bad mouths behind her back, but actually I'm not playing any bad mouths behind her back, technically speaking, since I already, contradict her. I have already contradicted her on numerous occasions pertaining to a variety of issues and matters. So, fundamentally speaking, female human individuals, aka women, they tend to prioritize safety and stability over, risk taking, even quite reasonable, highly reasonable risk taking or undertakings / activities that more or less involve some reasonable amount of risk taking. And for example, I had a bit of I contradicted my grandma again tonight over an issue that I need to make purchase of some food, some rice noodles, and here in the northern part of China, we lack adequate access to adequate food that are easy to digest, and that do not stimulate or provoke all those sorts of nasty allergies and side effects and reactions and whatnots inside your stomach, inside your intestines. So technically speaking, I still do not quite adapt to local food, or I should say my digestive system still doesn't quite adapt to local food so well, and I oftentimes, more or less, experience sometimes most of the times mild to moderate diarrhea, due to the local food's unrefined nature. Sometimes they aren't even adequately hygienic. Sometimes they even contain something toxic, like some sort of unprocessed vinegar and some sort of chloride or chlorine chemical compounds. And yes, they tend to do something nasty to my stomach, to my intestines, and hence I oftentimes experience mild to moderate diarrhea. And also, I ate some 3 small burgers, 3 small vegetarian burgers, and a bit of chips. And I have been doing so, for several times within this month, and I just got sick of, I just got so sick of having to consume them pretty much several times per month, and other times I'd just skip dinner, and sometimes I eat some instant ramen. And yes, I've got so sick of so doing. I've got so sick of those types of food, and so I just like to purchase some rice noodles from the south, from the southern part of China, from Guangzhou, from Yunnan, most of the time. And my grandma, all of a sudden she just began to scold me for being so unhygienic, for being so inconsidered. And she kept saying that, well, what if you brought COVID-19 viruses to the household? You are putting everyone in the household in serious peril, in serious danger. Well, and then I said, well, Grandma, we talked about this matter for so many times on numerous occasions, and you already know that I need such kind of food. I need to get that food. I don't want to, keep having burgers or instant noodles for dinner all the time. And I said, I need to consume something more healthy, as for dinner. And you already know that I have informed you that I am gonna purchase some rice noodles from the south, and I haven't been so doing for more than a year. I should have done that for more. I should have done so. I said this to her. I should have purchased myself. I should have purchased myself some rice noodles from the south, more than a year ago. And now COVID-19 situation here in China hasn't escalated that seriously, that much, and so it shouldn't be a big deal. Why are you so agitated? Why are you always so grumpy all the time? And then she gave me the silent treatment, and I try, and that's not the first time she gave me such kind of silent treatment, though once or twice I did pretty much the same to her, during the time, when I became homeless and in a state of exile and in a state of severe anxiety and depression, without treatment, without pretty much anyone to talk to about such matter. Not to mention not to mention having a friend or two be there by my side, giving me comfort and encouragement. And I haven't actually got any sort of encouragement or slash positive affirmation from my grandma, for pretty much 1 year or so, Well, though she did mention that I look I look so pretty. So she said, well, the only sort of positive affirmation or encouragement, she gave me most recently, I still keep track of, is that she for several times, several days ago, she did say to me that, well, hey, well, child, you are definitely, first class person, based, in terms of your physical appearance, in terms of your, your taste, in terms of etiquette, something like that, but well, for other matters, she's been, pretty much, speaking in defense of an uncle of mine, and and the other grandchild of hers, despite the fact that they really turn up to look after her, while I am pretty much the bastard currently in full exposure to the sun, to the heat, But I'm not saying that I take full credit for for easing her burden. No, definitely not. But instead, all I'm trying to say here is that female human individuals, they do not tend to think with reason, nor can you reason with them. Whenever the shit hit the fan, whenever some sort of nasty disaster begins to arise, begins to unfold and take place. Sorry, well, I shouldn't have said to take place, but instead I should have said we can't reason with female human individuals, aka women, whenever the shit hit the fan, whenever some sort of traumatic natural disasters happen. All they want is pure encouragement, purely positive affirmations. In other words, female human individuals, they want as much positive affirmations / encouragement / compliment from all other parties, probably also including themselves. They want more lies than they want more truth, or I should say they do not want to hear the truth at all, most of the times, but probably nearly all the time, so far as I can reckon, so far as I can perceive, so far as I'm concerned. So they make life so difficult, man. I should have purchased I should have bought myself some instant, not instant, I should have bought myself some rice noodles from the south more than a year ago, and she and then for many times on numerous occasions I avoided direct confrontation with her, in regards to buying anything or doing any online shopping without her prior knowledge or consent. But I keep telling her that hey grandma, dear grandma, I just have to buy what I need so badly, such as food, such as clothing. Since you still haven't been able, you still have not yet fully recovered from your past injuries, and now you still need my aunt to help you with showering, sometimes cleaning, and Jesus Christ, what else? There are some other matters, I suppose I should mention, but currently I just do not have that sort of focus, or the the skills of organizing those thoughts intertwined, intertangled with one another so badly. But overall, to summarize my points here, be not afraid to contradict women. Be not afraid to disagree with them. Be not afraid to take a different and utterly contradicting path from them, from their opinion, from their suggestions, and be not afraid to defile their so-called orders, their so-called commands. Be not afraid to defile, be not afraid to object to their so-called commands. Just go your own way. Just do things your way. Do things men's way. Do things God's way. To be more precise and accurate in terms of in terms of the degree of reasoning, in terms of the degree of truthfulness. Since women, they almost always do not want to hear the truth. They do not want to make the hard decisions, and more often than not, making the hard decisions means that the hard decisions themselves are most usually the right ones. Since they call I should say, most likely, before you begin to realize, we make plenty of decisions on a daily basis, and most of them are not pleasant. They are just they make you sweat. They those sort of decisions. They make us sweat. They make us hesitate. They make us want to do and think otherwise. And yet there's got to be someone making the hard choices, making the hard decisions, and pretty much always the ones who make the right decisions are us men, and there are pretty much no exception to such rule, to such hard truth. So I just don't know what to do with my grandma's OCD, her OCD her OCDs characterized by an more or less extreme desire to remain hygienic, to remain clean, characterized by her extreme some sort of extreme desire to remain as clean and as hygienic as she wants, and sometimes such symptom, or I should say such sort of desire, or such kind of mindset can more or less make the people around her quite unpleasant. Well, maybe she really needs some treatment for for her depression and OCD and some other sorts of anxieties. I just can't be 100% absolutely certain about it, since I do not qualify for making that kind of judgment. And furthermore, I did not study psychology or psychiatry at uni/college. Therefore, I'm not qualified to make that kind of. I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. that kind of I know that kind. This saying comes from from the virtual intelligence. The virtual intelligence in Mass Effect trilogy called Avena, which sits pretty much in every ward in the Citadel. For those who feel interested in knowing more about her, about such about such character, you can go play Mass Effect trilogy, the video game. But in any regard, I suppose I have talked enough in this filming session, and I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, and I also hope that I have made my point here, again, thank you so much. Massive thanks for the 300 plus subscriptions to my channel. That serves as such a huge and such a immense, intense encouragement, mass accelerator for my future endeavors on YouTube. And I certainly hope to win more hearts and minds on YouTube, both on YouTube and on Patreon, and on other free video hosting platforms. So yeah, well, I beg your pardon for dragging the ending of this filming session for too long, and yeah, so last but not least, I shall see you guys next time on YouTube in my next videos, if God's still willing. And I hope you learned something from this video, or if you have found my contents, my videos useful or fun, please consider clicking the subscribe button and smashing the like button, and also take a look at my Patreon page. So yeah, thank you very much, and cheers, have a wonderful day, and au revoir.
much and good night.